Let it sink in.
No hay tierra como la mía, tierra de tabacuito, donde hay muy lindas mujeres y bailan muy bien el sol. Si los mártires
Well,
la libertad,
you know what I'm all about in this video. I'm going to turn it down a little bit, and I'm going to raise a glass in celebration to the death of that motherfucker. Let me tell you, it's been a long time coming, and I'm sure, maybe I'm a little late. I wanted to wait till everybody was done clamoring about all this bullshit. The videos and the reactions and shit like that. Let me tell you, I'm glad I didn't film my dad. He's 87 years old. Hold on. I'm glad I didn't film my dad. He was very he was like, meh, big fucking deal. That was his whole attitude about this guy's fucking death. Now, inside, maybe he was like, coño. But my mom passed away. It's only been 4 years. And it's still fresh for all of us. And I know it's fucking fresh for my dad. So even if a fucking meteor would fucking fly down and blow up the entire communistic cabinet of those assholes over there, it wouldn't mean shit to my fucking dad because he wouldn't be able to share it with my mom. Now, this isn't one of these videos where I'm gonna get sad or anything like that, and coño pobrecito viejo, that type of shit. That's not what this is about. This is about me, a byproduct of two Cubans procreating, and out came me, in the States. Okay? And, thinking back in my family history, like every family, we've had our ups and downs, and we had some really fucked up moments in our family where it has affected everyone, even extended family and whatnot. And like I said, it's like, man, it's bittersweet, Yeah, he fucking died. Yay, fucking, all right. Se murió el hijo puta. Big fucking deal. The damage is still there, bro. For us to move forward, and I say us because the offspring of the generation that came over, we have to do something. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck we got to do, but we got to do something. We have an opportunity to do something right. Now, if we let all of these talking head comepingas, all these political comepingas that are on Radio Mambí and all this bullshit, hablando mierda, tratando de arreglar el mundo y arreglar el gobierno allá. Tú no puedes arreglar ni pinga. Because it was probably you motherfuckers that put that fucking bearded fuck in power to begin with. Because you guys were having a fucking cow over fucking Batista. You know? Yeah, he was an asshole. Yeah, he was de pinga, corrupted. But every fucking body that was either a president or something over there in Cuba, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was the fucking rum they were drinking. Maybe it wasn't enough fucking, banging the broads. Or I don't know. I don't know. But shit goes crazy when you're sitting in power and you can't do shit. And you guys have a brain fart and you say, coño, let me treat people like shit. Yeah, bro. Because I have the power. I got fucking money. And I'm going to treat people like fucking shit. Fucking awesome. That's great. Now we all know. Now we all know, after 60 fucking years, the end result of treating people like shit and mass killings and firing squads and all kinds of bullshit for 60 fucking years. Now we see the end result of a dilapidated, destroyed, morally corrupt civilization 90 miles away from fucking Key West. From the United States. 90 miles. A hop, skip, and a jump. Now, I remember seeing shit online, how people talk shit about a negro, que he fucking opened the fucking damn embargo, que no sé qué pinga, ahora sí que se va a joder la cosa. Yeah, okay. All he did was fucking, get rid of the bullshit that happened from the 60s to try to move forward. And now we all have the Commander-in-Chief, who's already pissing all over that shit, already threatening Cuba. They either fucking give humanitarian rights to everyone on the island, or else that type of attitude. The delivery sucks. Okay? The delivery fucking sucks. My fucking phone decides to fucking... It didn't sound all fucking day. All day. Nobody called me all fucking day. Now they want to fucking call me. Anyway. So, here we are. Commander-in-Chief is fucking, basically saying, yo, and I get it, what he's trying to say. Coño, fucking stop being dicks and let people be, bro. Give them fucking just basic humanitarian fucking rights. And that's cool. Because that's what we all would want, ideally. But you're dealing with a fucking government of assholes. I can't put it any plainer than that. You cannot be a dick to a government of assholes, and you're an asshole yourself. So it kind of negates itself. Nobody's gonna. Everybody's a fucking asshole, and everybody's gonna stand their fucking ground. And you know who gets fucked over? Again, the Cuban people. And then you're gonna have a bigger influx of fucking refs floating through the fucking straits and the fucking shark-infested waters, and you're gonna see a bunch of them fucking dead and pieces hacked off by the sharks and shit. Just like how I was, fucking 20, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, fuck that. Throughout these entire 60 years, there are still people fucking jumping fucking ship from the island to come over here. And Obama's still in fucking power, still. So they're trying to get in under the fucking wire. And all the while, I see on TV trajectories and timelines, and they doctor all these things up, and they make it seem like Fidel was like this fucking thing, this guy. This fucking 60-year, what fucking man of the fucking century, because he did some revolutionary fucking coup way back in the fucking day. Big fucking deal. I mean, have you people really searched? Do yourself a favor. Search. Amongst the bullshit fucking news feeds that you guys are fucking, like InfoWars and all that bullshit, try to sift through all that, and maybe Google Cuban hospital. Just put that. Cuban hospital. And you're going to see the amount of pictures of what a Cuban hospital looks like today. This bearded asshole did so much for fucking people. Wow. And you guys are lapping it up. Blah, blah, blah. Just fucking drinking from the fucking well. And what you guys are not realizing is that you're fucking drinking fucking diarrhea is what you're fucking drinking. Lapping it up. Lapping it up. Lapping up all this shit because, yeah, he did such great things. And he helped black people and he helped brown people. He didn't help no fucking body. Alright? He didn't help no fucking body. That guy was the biggest fucking racist piece of shit ever to fucking walk the planet. And that fucking come pinga Colin Kaepernick or whatever the fuck his name is walking around with a t-shirt with fucking Malcolm X and fucking Castro hanging out, shaking hands. You don't even fucking know, bro. You were swimming in your dad's balls when that shit was going down. Okay? Fucking Fidel was the biggest fucking racist fuck ever. Ever. He was a misogynist. Okay? He was a fucking tyrant. A demagogue. He didn't believe in nothing for nobody. He had one agenda, which was complete and total takeover of a fucking country. Just like how Hitler did. Just exactly like how fucking Hitler did. Okay? And none of you fucking assholes want to realize that when you laugh at one of these fucking wackos out of parliament or some bullshit like that they're fucking, their nose is buried in a fucking book and that's all they do and they're clamoring. These are mega intelligent people that they have no filter. They could either become completely fucking good or completely fucking basket case evil, like your Hitlers and your fucking Mussolinis and your Castros. We have history for a fucking reason. And nobody wants to do the fucking research. So here we are, we have some fucking old comebinga. At 90 years old, he finally fucking drops dead, right? And let's say he fucking really died this past weekend. Because, honestly, in my opinion, that motherfucker had died already. And they're just now fucking saying that he fucking died. Because I don't believe none of the bullshit that these motherfuckers are saying. And that's just my opinion. This is not conspiracy theory or anything like that. That island is a shithole. It's covered in potholes. tranny whores, regular whores, all kinds of fucking whores. There are different levels of whores on that fucking island. Okay? Now, this is a destroyed country, man. A destroyed country. Now, in my opinion, the celebration should have been contained within the exile community. And by that I mean, why are we giving airtime to this guy? He was a piece of shit. There shouldn't be any special reports or timelines of what this guy did. None of that. There shouldn't be any of that bullshit. You want to learn about that shit? You learn it in fucking school. Learn it, like a legit documentary. You know what I mean? Not like fucking, okay, he fucking died over the weekend. That's 2 or 3 days of the fucking bullshit. And they start yammering about how he fucking did this, that, and the other. And, and then there are some of you out there that are sympathizers that'll fucking say, coño, he did good things for people. No, the fuck he didn't. He destroyed families. He destroyed families. He was the epicenter of the destruction of that fucking country. He destroyed families. He didn't do shit. He fucked up people. He killed people. He ordered a lot of fucking mass shootings. Okay? And you dick faces that are walking around with pictures of Che on your chest and all this shit, that motherfucker didn't do shit either. Not one of those motherfuckers did shit for that fucking country. Not one. The thing that happened there was that bearded fuck convinced an entire fucking country to believe in him and his bullshit. Hey, where did I hear that from? Makes you fucking think, don't it? Makes you fucking think, don't it? How you guys want to make America great again, right? Yeah, well, they try to do that bullshit fucking 90 miles from here and, look at fucking what Cuba looks like now. And what? America falls and you're gonna still blame Obama, right? You're gonna blame Obama? It's really fucked up, 90 years old and he finally fucking dies. Bitter fucking sweet. The damage is done. Everybody's fucked up. And now, you see people on TV, oh, 1 down, 1 to go. 1 down, 1 to go. Okay, bro. What about the other fucking assholes that are in his cabinet? And those fucking other come pinga kids that they have groomed to become idiots just like him. 1 down, 1 to go. You guys are fucking morons. So here you guys are celebrating in the streets with the pots and pans. I'm not trying to take that shit away. I would have loved to fucking gone down to Hialeah, hang out. I wouldn't be comiendo pinga with the fucking palangana. I'm not gonna be doing that shit. Screaming and yelling, coño, se murió viejo pinga. Alright, I'll do that. But, my celebration is only to that extent. That's it, a little bit, and then I'm out. I'm peacing out. Because at the end of the day, what are you going to gain from that? It's just self-gratification of 60 years of aguantando la pinga esta. But you know what? You're still going to have to pay extra. You're still going to have to fucking hire un come pinga gusano de mierda esto that fucking walks around with a fucking duffel bag with extra fucking weight to fucking send it to your fucking family member in fucking Cuba. Things are fucked up every fucking where. Every fucking where. And having this guy fucking drop dead, yay. That's how I feel about it. Yay. doesn't make me less Cuban. I was born here in the States. I was born here in the fucking States. I love my Cuban roots. I read about a bunch of shit from back in the fucking day. But back in the day, it's literally considered ancient history. My parents are from the 20th century. You know, they lived that golden era. You know, that the movies glamorize. You know, the baggy pleated pants and the fucking chicks with the fucking bombshell hairdos and the fucking let's hang out at the Copa, you know, fucking all this shit. You know, and looking for music and all this shit that I was trying to, you know, put for the video online. I didn't even know this. But I happened to find out that Cesar Romero, the guy that played the Joker in the 60s Batman, Cesar Romero, half Cuban. I don't know what the other half is, but half Cuban. Cesar fucking Romero. So at this point, I just thought the only Cuban guy was just Desi Arnaz. That's it. Come to find out, Cesar Romero, cool. You know, you find out little things here and there. You know, that's just a little anecdote on the side. I'm not lamenting and I'm not pissed off and I'm not full of emotion and coño, fin se murió. You know, I'm not going to celebrate the death of an old fuck that he finally died at 90 and big whoop-de-fucking-do, man. Buena mierda. The damage is still done. That island is fucking destroyed. People are still suffering over there. And all these kids that you see on TV and Fidel y Abuelita Te Quiero and all this shit, they don't know the fucking history. They don't know the fucking history. They're only living in the now. They don't know the fucking history, man. You know, only people my age or older, they know about my parents' hardship. And not just my parents. The millions of families that had to come over and fucking start. Do you know what it is to just think about it? Look around your fucking house right now. And look at your fucking life, your job, your fucking life, your wife, your kids, you know, well, and nowadays, you know, your husband, you know, whatever, you know what I mean? Think about it. And now you gotta pack your shit and get the fuck out. You got one suitcase full of just the bare necessities. And you got $200 in your pocket. And you gotta go to a whole other country that speaks a whole other fucking language. And then they're looking at you like, what? Are you Mexican? What's a Cuban? Because that's what happened to my dad. What's a Cuban? What's a Cuban? We're talking late 50s, early 60s when he got here. September 11th of all dates. Okay, of all fucking dates. My dad. And he got here and he had zero fucking clue of what to fucking do. He had to hustle. He had to fucking find somebody to help him out, you know, fill out applications, some bullshit. You know, back then you could still get a fucking labor job and, you know, figure out the rest later. You know, get paid under the fucking table. Not nowadays. I mean, you got a fucking damn GPS camera stuck up your fucking ass. You know? But back then, that, you know, there was a lot of hardship. You know? And my dad was but one of the many that came over that had to form a fucking life over here. You know? And thank God for my dad being the guy that he is. You know, he's not fucking perfect. But, you know, I learned a lot, a lot of values from my dad. You know, he could have just started life brand spanking fucking new, linked up con una gringa or some bullshit like that, and continued his life here, like many fucking Cuban dudes did back then from my dad's generation. You know, they came over here, left their fucking other life, y pa la pinga, allá tú. Fuck you and the kids. You know, how do you fucking do that? Hold on. Okay. I had to get that out. I mean, how do you do that? How do you just turn your back on your fucking kids, on your wife, that you professed your love in front of God and country and everyone, and your family and the whole thing, but yeah, you pick up your shit and you fucking bounce? And I had family members that did that too. You know, and they're pieces of shit. In my book, the pieces of shit. Pieces of shit. Because if it was done to them, oh my God, you had to hear their fucking mouth. But they could do nada porque soy hombre, porque no, porque yo soy el hombre. El hombre. El hombre pinga. If it's done to you, you're a fucking dick. You're a fucking dick because that's when you want to cry. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going off on a fucking tangent. Going back to this bullshit about the vieja pinga. I will drink to his death. And I really hope that he's burning in a fucking river of fucking fire. But I fucking doubt it. Because the way fucking the good book says it, that, you know, you repent and you're absolved and all this bullshit, you know, yeah, I'm sure everybody's hanging out at the fucking same table, you know, because here on earth, this is hell. This physical body that we're in right now, this is fucking hell. When it's time to check out and you ascend to wherever the fuck you're gonna ascend to, that's when the real judgment happens. I don't even think God judges you. You know? I think you are God. And you judge yourself. Because I think that's what makes sense to me. You judge yourself. And if you pass judgment on yourself like, okay, I did really good, then you're a fucking dick. And you're doomed to repeat your life over and over like Groundhog Day. Over and over and over and over and over. And you don't advance fucking nowhere. Whatever, man. So the guy fucking died. Big fucking deal. Big fucking deal. Buena mierda. Let's see what the fuck happens now. Because I have a feeling that nothing is gonna fucking change. Nothing. I hope I'm wrong. It's your boy Oscar. It's fucking Tuesday, 5:41. Tomorrow's my last day of vacation because Thursday I go back to work. And I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what's going on 90 miles from here. Because my mom is not here to celebrate. Maybe I have a different outlook had she have been here. But I feel like my dad. Meh. Buena mierda. Take it easy. Cójalo con take it easy. Y viva Cuba libre. Dale.